Hello, everyone. Blue Star Saber here, once again to do another One Piece chapter review, chapter 1332, Adventures in Elbaf. As this chapter follows up with last chapter where Loki and Luffy interacted with Loki, and it seems that the mention of Shanks, angered Luffy, as well as then eventually striking a deal with him in order to try and get him to say, okay, I'll tell you what I know about Shanks, but most likely it's just okay, how can I can get out of here, as well as the Straw Hats running. The Straw Hats and from Alabaster Group running away from Road, who is then being chased by Goldberg and Gerd. So yeah. Meanwhile, Robin's group have arrived at Elbaf with her getting her pre-time skip haircut, and but apparently Solace collapsed causing a bit of panic with the giants around there. So yeah. How will this play out? Well, we're about to find out in this chapter. I'm being a bit quick because I don't have much time, so I didn't get a chance to have Lucky Chi join me. And let's see, and yeah, the latest chapter came out a while back, so I want to try and catch up. So yeah, but before we begin, we have the cover story, which is Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest. So Great Pilgrimage, Volume 19, Udon Castle, under reconstruction at the quarry, where it seems like the castle that used to be where Udon Prison is being rebuilt, because apparently I think the site of the prison was apparently originally a castle place. So now that Mononosuke has been restored, as the Kosukis have been restored as the rightful rulers of Wano, they're bringing back their old castle, and forever is going to be the daimyo there, and arguably remove the prisons and all these mining prisons and factories over time. So yeah, that's a little nice thing, but a little nice recovery for Wano, taking time. But yeah, we see Yamato riding Garamachi, I think. Oh no, I just want to quickly get Piece Wiki. Should have done that. One Piece Wiki. Should have done this. Forgot to do this. Anyway, we're oh yeah, Jackdaw. I completely apologize. This is completely unprofessional, but I always forget this character's name, or this dog, what's the mythical dog's name? Komamichio. But yeah, you've got Yamato riding on her. Let's see that from last chapter. Tama riding on Speed. They've just arrived. They look like they're investigating. This appears to be where the bad guy is hiding, or at least he's managed to stop there, and they're looking there. So yeah, hopefully, well, I already know because I've read the next chapter. I mean, the next chapter we'll find out who this mysterious bad guy is. So yeah. Anyway, the chapter begins with a kid shouting about how it's the Great Acre, the giant pirate ship, where it's revealed to be the same boy that was wanting to join Shanks' crew during the Shanks kid conflict part of the Egghead arc. And we see the bartender there where he's saying telling her that the giant pirates are returned, with her saying, oh, that's great that they are, but is wondering how it took them so long, as the boy ends up shouting how they want to drink at the pub, and his child is named and this kid is revealed in the text in the intro box saying Child of Elbaf, Colin. So we now have a name for this young giant witsy kid, as I believe Broggy gives it. Let's see what Dorian Broggy, I think, gives us sort of let me just double check. I always get the two confused. I'm terrible. I'm really, really terrible at this. Let's see, Broggy, right? Yep, it's Broggy. Let's see, Broggy ends up just giving a hand sign saying no, much to his disappointment, as he then tells the bartender they're going straight up, and let's see, Green that's a bit smart and tells them let's see, with guests like them, they'll stop drinking. They'll be here for 3 whole days, giving us their sort of drinking habits. And she saying if they're going up to the Sun World, gives her the lad a basket and telling them that it's got Ripley's favorite here, and saying it's a bit of your dad's favorite as well, which excites the boy. And he says, like, I know about the pirate the Captain Dougie and Broogie are bringing here. He was named one of the 4 he was just named one of the 4 emperors, talking about how he knows that Luffy, and apparently revealed that Shanks was even talking about him. As Shanks, it's a little flashback to Shanks telling the boy his name, that that pirate is Straw Hat Luffy, as he says he's going off. And you get to see some of the giants saying the kids tell the captain to deliver the snacks for the feast, telling them that they'll deliver the snacks for the feast later. As he says, yeah, sure, as he's walking off with like a bag of food. Anyway, you got Hedruden, let's see, and the Stussen see that the great Eric has arrived, realizing that they're going up the rainbow, thinking it's perfect time. Let's see, perfect timing. Talking about how the rainbow's touched down, and they said that's right, their cocktails, so it's like they're following through after them as they declare it's. Now, I think I'll just cover these. Let's see, my thoughts in these first 2 bits of the chapter. Okay, we finally got, let's see, we already knew that the, let's see, Robin's group would be arriving soon, but yeah. Anyway, we finally got a name for the kid that, let's see, wanted to join Shanks' crew, Colin, who seems to be the most Luffy-like, so we've got that there. We finally got a name, so, yeah, and the fact that he's been introduced name, in many ways, I think Oda was pretty much setting us up for this kid to be like the little kid that follows and admire and come to admire Luffy, just as you got like with Tama and Wano, Barney and Egghead. I think Barney might be a more permanent crew member possibly, and let's see, well, it wasn't really anyone in Egghead. I guess you could technically count Rebecca and Shirahoshi, though granted they're more of like princesses, so they're different. But this seems to be more of the 3rd kid character in the row that Luffy's going to probably end up being a mentor thing, and we already got an idea that, let's see, he is that this kid is excited to end up meeting Luffy because Shanks has already told him about, Luffy, so he's, got a bit of expectations about Luffy probably, and excited the fact that this guy's recently named one of the 4 emperors. Anyway, we end up learning that, Dougie and Broogie have a bit of a drinking habit that can keep them occupied for 3 days. That's fun, given the bartender. It also seems like the kid, Colin's got a father up that, kid's father's got a favorite food, and apparently there's someone called Ripley. I'm not entirely sure who Ripley is. Hold on, let me just, Ripley, One Piece. Okay, see, that seems, okay, it's Rhodes' faith. Okay, it seems like Rhodes is being named Ripley, depending on, wait, no, my mistake. I don't know why the wiki gave like Rhodes' page. I don't know what's going there, but okay, he's just a mentioned character. He's friendly with Jersey Colin and the Giant's bartender. Okay, it seems like this character might play a role down the line. I'm not entirely sure who he is, but hopefully it will be a more exciting thing. But granted, the wiki has misled me. But yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Let's see if this character's named. It might play a major role, or at least a minor role, but it might not play a role at all. Just a little chore for the kid to do. But yeah, it seems at the moment Colin's a bit of a delivery boy. So yeah, we'll see that. Anyway, it's nice to see that Hedruden and Stussen has Ritzy noticed a great Eric and about to probably reunite with the Straw Hats. Granted, it'll probably only Robin and Frankie will probably recognize them, be familiar with them, as the other Straw Hats with the group have not actually met the 2 giants. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Anyway, let's see, you get the Straw Hats surprised by a giant rainbow, and it's saying, let's see about how big it is. And with them wondering if it's raining on the other side. with Brock going like, I've never felt a rainbow so close before. Bonnie getting the old sparkle eyes like Luffy does whenever he sees a robot, going like, it's really bright and solid. So let's see, that gives us an idea that Oda for like boys, let's see, robots give them the sparkly eyes. Things like rainbows give the girls the sparkly eyes. I guess that's how Oda goes. But yeah. Jimbo is surprised that they're supposed to be visible at this angle. And Vegapunk, let's see, Lilith says, it's such a mysterious and beautiful sight every time I see it. So she seems to be familiar with it. As you get Brogy explaining that it's a wondrous to you. We draw them with these painters. Let's see, Jimbo is surprised by this. And it's saying that you can create, let's see, rainbows with those. And Doggy just goes like, of course. As one of the giant crew members says they're nearing the foot, telling the captains are they ready to go. Let's see if the giants tell them to grab on as the ship's going to go vertical, which you see them, let's see, rocking and moving up as they're a bit surprised as the ship goes up. As the giants explain that the Elbaf village is on top of the tree, and let's see, they can go up with the rainbow, and they have like a grand feast when they arrive. Frankie is like saying, let's see, saying, explain the rainbow, and it says, let's see, and Bonnie says, what is the ship riding on? And let's see, Robin goes, of course, logical, saying how rainbows are caused by a reflection of light passing through rainbows. But Dougie and Brogy go like, that's just nonsense, just saying, you can ride rainbows, and it's like, you can, and it's like, they gave no explanation, but yeah. And anyway, you see them riding on the double page of them riding on the rainbow with like the Druden ship falling behind. Them being really surprised about how they're riding it as they talk, as you get one of them laughing about how the Tehran's perfect for able sailing weather, and saying that there's no, and another saying there's no resistance to the flow. Once you rode a bit, the rainbow carries you the rest of the way. You get Jimbo's speech, Bubble saying, I bet Luffy and the others will lose their minds when they see this, which of course they probably will. Brock going like he thinks he's lost his mind already. And Frankie just getting all excited, saying, me too, ow. You see Bonnie and Robin looking down at the rainbow, and her just admiring the colors of the sea there. And it's saying, it's like even the sparkly sounds are making pretty, so it makes sparkling sounds as well. Let's see, Robin saying there are so many things to learn about the world. Let's see, as someone announces time to ship out Binks' brew, so that seems to be like someone wants to play the song. But anyway, you got Hajujin talking to the captains, asking if Straw Hat's there. Let's see. As I noticed that it's Drew and Stusen. And Frankie, of course, does his super, good to see you. Let's see. As one of them shouts, Cyborg. Let's see, with them realizing that Straw Hat's coming a bit later, saying that they hunted a moose just for them. Let's see, with them realizing, ooh, a moose, I'm getting hungry. But they say that to their seniors that there's only if there's leftovers, saying that this is to the Straw Hat crew. We see them saying, okay, that's fine. Anyway, so I'm going to give my thoughts on this part here of the chapter. Okay, we seem to have a new travel method to what? Let's see, for like Elbaf, and it is like riding on the rainbows. This is clearly probably I think based off of like Norse mythologies. I think Bifrost rainbow roads in the mythology like you see in the 4 comics. So yeah, it makes sense that they probably have something this sort of like mode of transportation. But I do like how creative they have of like having these sort of painter things there. The giants paint them and they fly up, much to like the shock of like the other straw hats. Though I will admit, Bonnie seems to be very familiar with this type of work and all that stuff. Like I said, I do like how Bonnie seems to have that sort of Luffy robot reaction. But yeah, no, granted, it seems I was just playing to a bit of stereotypes of robots, boys, girls, rainbows. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah. So I do like how. Let's see, it's a bit of a bumpy ride to get on where they have to grab on the Straw Hats to grab on the giants at first. Let's see. And we learn that, of course, the village is on top of those trees, so they need to get there. Let's see, I do like how the Straw Hats ask about all kinds of logics of this, but the giants are just like, it's a rainbow, of course, you can ride it. And I do love the double page spread of them riding it with like Hadruden's ship falling through. Let's see, and I do like how the Straw Hats just get more excited when they just ride it. I like how Hadruden is being so casual with like Dougie and Broggy saying, "Oh, we got a meal prepared for the Straw Hats. You can have the leftovers." And they're like, "Fine." And I do like how Frankie goes like, super welcoming to them. So yeah, that is kind of nice. Anyway, we cut back to Luffy and rope bridge as he's jumped back up, being noticing his ship, the Sunny, being carried by I believe Goldberg. Yep, I believe it is. Goldberg. As he's wondering, like, hey, that's our ship. But the two giants are excited to see Luffy. Luffy falling into the hands of Gerd, so she's holding him and going like, oh, you must be Luffy. Thinking about how he's cute. Saying she talks about how she loves little humans, but I'm not like him, referring to Road. Saying how she's not like that weirdo Rodo, as the Fizz translations put it out. Talk about how she doesn't want to lock him up and just wants to be friends. Let's see with Goldberg saying, Gerd, that's not really the point right now. And she apologizes, but she then goes like, I know all about you. You were brought here against your will. And because of that weirdo, I know against my will. I'm sorry about that. And Luffy's just going like, oh, you mean that bonehead guy? And it's like, let's see, finally sort of understanding what she's talking about after a bit of a long explanation. Anyway, Goldberg goes like, you just flew up from the underworld. Did you fall down there? And Luffy is just sort of panicking, thinking back to what Loki said, saying, don't tell anyone about meeting me or a little promise. You got that, Luffy? And Luffy tries to lie and cover up, saying, I am. Is that it? And it's going like, let's see. And they're a bit worried because he seems like he sounds a bit cold. But let's see. So they're worried because he's cold and sweating. But Luffy's just like, but they goes like, we're just glad you're all right at the very least. Anyway, we cut to like Elbaf's Underworld second level. Let's see, Rhoda seems to have found them and says, telling them to come back as his precious little liver dolls. Nami and Chopper act panic as he then goes a bit creepy with like a tongue mouth out, saying, quickly before everyone else finds out, I have to lock you up more secretly than before. And going around saying how I can keep you for life, my ultra rare Nami and ultra rare Chopper, do foo foo foo. About to grab them, but Zoro cuts down a tree and it hits him in the face. And Sanji holding it down, the other side down with his leg. With Nami can't believe that he actually fell for that trap, saying animals wouldn't fall for it. Usopp going like, geez, you overdid it, Zoro and Sanji. With him saying we can't get in trouble, we didn't touch him. I think in some translations, Zoro says you didn't do anything, Usopp, but he's just trying to like find a loop. But in this translation, he says try and we didn't get in. We can't get in trouble since we didn't technically touch him with this trap. Sanji says they should get go as they want to see the land of giants now. As Rhodes going like, curse you, you tiny humans. And then you get, I think, Gerd saying, there he is. And realizing the Straw Hats are there too. Gerd sounds like, ooh, that sounds like my ultra rare Gerd. So it seems like Rhodo has a thing for Gerd. And thinking that she's come to rescue him. But both Gerd and Goldberg so angry, saying, stop that there, Rhodo, you freak. And then both whack him, swinging an axe and spiky club. Bertie behind him, and you can see the impact as he sees his mouth going out, screaming in pain. In a similar manner to how, I guess you could say, Dougie and Broggy do their giant swings, if you will. So, they knock him down. Sanji gets all excited about a giant babe. Let's see, with Zoro now saying, oh, see, now the evidence of our attack's gone. I think another translation says, oh, it's okay to hit him. Usopp goes like, good point. Nami notices Luffy. Let's see, as Luffy says hello to everyone and they say his name. Let's see, the Straw Hats realize the Sunny's here too. You see a bit of a large bump on the top of Rodo's head. Gerd goes to greet them, saying, you must be the Straw Hat Crew, saying, I'm Gerd Goldberg, we're Julian's friends. Let's see Goldberg apologizing how they had to go through that scary experience and saying that they were escorting him from here. Sanji, of course, is excited that Gerd is going to show them around, going all lovey-dovey. Luffy jumps off. Let's see, Zoro goes about how they didn't know what happened to us, and then they'll explain, let's see, as I think Gerd says, I'll explain and make him pay for it. Anyway, Luffy ends up shouting, saying, let's go, Usopp, the Oba village is supposed to be on this level. And Usopp going like, yeah, I can't wait to see it. As, I'll now give a little bit of, I'm going to continue with this half page here where Gerd says, go straight through these woods and you reach the clouds. Hitch a ride and you see the village. And she picks up the others, though. Oda, I think, is questionably having them land on her chest, which gets Sanji, of course, excited as she says they should go after them. Let's see, with the Straw Hat, Luffy being excited about it's an island clouds. Well, wait, what if they're not? She said we could ride them, and Luffy goes like, whoa, but I'm going to cut there. Okay, it seems like whatever, let's see, the rest of whatever happened with Luffy's conversation with Loki has finally ended, and he's actually finally met Goldberg. I do like this he's finally ended up meeting them. And now, granted, he does notice the ship first, and it's like at first he seems like, okay, these guys are stealing our ship, but then after, let's see, interacting with them, realizes, oh no, let's see, they're not doing that. Anyway, I do like Gerd's personality here. She's like the complete opposite of Rodo, if you will, talking about how cute, Luffy is. She actually likes tiny humans and tries to make a very complicated explanation that she is nothing like that weirdo Rodo and not trying to lock them up. But Goldberg tries to says, perhaps maybe not best explain that, but yeah. But I do like that Luffy's able to figure out, okay, you're talking about that boneheaded guy from earlier. So he does eventually figure out what she's saying. Anyway, I do like how Goldberg tries to ask Luffy, did you just fall down? But Luffy, of course, is a very terrible liar and is sweating all that stuff. But these giants don't actually know that Luffy that well, so they don't know that he's lying. If it was any of the Straw Hats, they know something happened, and they'll get him to confess. But yeah. But I do like how, we get an explanation that Loki says, okay, if you want to know the stuff about Shanks, you must not mention how meeting me or anyone to the village, and keep this meeting a secret as a way to making sure that Luffy doesn't draw attention to what he's doing, and for them to realize, wait, Luffy, don't do that. Loki's a menace. You can't let him. You can't unlock him up. So yeah, you're likely going to have Luffy sneak in, get the key, go out. People realize the key's gone and realize that Luffy's took it, and then probably realize, oh crud, Luffy's put it. Luffy doesn't know, and then try and rush to try and stop Luffy before any damage is done, though I feel like that will be the case. So, yeah. I do like how the Straw Hats set a trap with, using Nami and Chopper as bait, which Roldo seems to easily fall for, as Nami points out. And so just being, of course, Timber, cutting it down, having him hit his face, and Sanji keep holding the trees to make sure that Road gets hit. Usopp just trying to CB in the panic one saying, are we sure we can actually hit him? But so it's like it's fine and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, we end up learning that Road has a bit of a thing for Gerd, but it turns out she has no interest in him because of how much of a weirdo he is. So yeah. Rodo, you gotta change your lifestyle and your personality, dude. If you want to get Gerd in a relationship with Gerd, you're not going to do it with the way you are. And I do like how she and Goldberg do a double attack to whack Rodo for and whacking him, punishing him for his behavior. So I do like that. So yeah, and I do like how he got a bump on the head, and I do like how so goes like, see, it's fine that we attacked him, and it's like Usopp's going like, okay. Sanji, his reaction is expected, Let's see if it's a beautiful woman, he's going to react, and a giant babe, of course he is. I do like how she tries to greet them and greet the crew, saying, "I'm good, and this is Goldberg. We're part of Hadrian's friends." So it's like they're trying to explain that it's trying to associate with someone they know. We're trying to destroy half the Strahts have actually met Hadrian at this point. And I do like how the Giants are being concerned about the experience they went through. Sanji, of course, is just excited about the crew at TB riding on a giant. Let's see. But I do like how Gerd says they'll make Rodo pay later. Usopp, of course, being, Luffy and Usopp and Chopper being, of course, like the fun trio, if you will. Excited to go and ride on these clouds that Gerd talks about. So, yeah, they're off to have their exciting adventure. The only, and ride these clouds to these village. The only thing I probably have a bit of a nitpick is the fact that Oda decided to have, the rest of the Straw Hats ride on Gerd's chest, and that just gets Sanji just being, well, arguably in heaven, if you will. But I don't know, I felt like it's a bit too, kind of fan servicey, which I don't really want to see. But well, it's what it is. I suppose it's a minor thing, really. Anyway, I do like how they're excited about trying to ride the clouds, which we then get to here, where we see the giant pirate ship. And as they talk, once they pass these clouds, they will see it. As we get Broggy saying how Elbaf has 3 levels: Astro, Sun, and Under, or Heaven, I think, depending on the translation. As it goes, saying starting from the top is the Astral World, the Sun World, and the Underworld, saying how they live in the Sun World where the sun rays reach, and there are a number of villages there. Robin goes like, it's too big to see it all at, well, one of them says it's too big to see it all at once, but that's our village over there. Robin then, of course, notices the village as we get a double page spread of this very beautifully Norse mythology, in many ways similar, a much even bigger scale from what we saw in Rhodes Lego Castle, with like the actual proper buildings that are not made of Legos. But yeah, let's see, we get a giant, Viking-like village and even a castle tree thing and all that. We see I think Luffy. I think we might see Luffy on one page with this cloud, but I could be wrong. It's hard to tell from the paneling because it's so small detailed. But yeah, we got a nice double layer page as someone shouts, "Welcome to Elbaf," as we get a book narration saying to be in the presence of the Gigantian is to know emotion. Who could possibly put this sight into words, conveying its grandeur? So yeah, it's a very a beautiful double page spread. As you got Luffy and it's probably Luffy and Usopp, but that has arrived. As you got back to Luffy thinking about how they going like, you guys, someday I swear I'm going to Elbaf, to the village of warriors. All right, Usopp, let's go. As they're celebrating that idea, as Luffy's just happy and Usopp's crying tears of joy. You get faces of each of the Straw Hats reacting. Robin smiling, Chopper going sparkly-eyed, Frankie going like, whoa. Zoro also kind of going, whoa. Barney just looking smiling, Jimbo being surprised. Nami is also smiling. Brooke is got wide-eyed shock. Lilith, is just grinning, and Sanji's too busy, smiling, laying on Gerd's chest to pay attention. So yeah, as this narration says, this is Elbaf Island, the kingdom of Warland, but the most simplify the matter as the Straw Hat, as Luffy starts to notice the giant ship, and they go like, hey, as Adrenaline says, hey, Straw Hat. Frankie goes like, Luffy's group's here, we've been looking for you. As Luffy says, did you guys just get here? Ha ha ha, glad we find you. I worked out in the end, and says the narration goes, just by using the name Elbaf for the land of the giants. Plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, birds, and animals. As you got Usopp, Chopper, and Luffy sticking out tongues, going like, Elbaf, sticking out their eyes as well, and realizing that, wait, you guys are riding on the rainbow? As they're clearly excited. As the narration goes, everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers do not regret your lost time here. saying, however, there's one message you take away from my account. Let's see, as you hear Luffy shouting, let us on the ship as we got to like this forest bit where I think we have a sort of giant bear and a silhouette figure that looks like to be the same one from the one that was interacting with Crocus in the Where Are They Now double page spread from the beginning of the time skip, if you will, walking through the forest. As the narration says, however, there is one message you take away from my account of this gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, and saying, let this be the word of warning. Do not overstay your welcome here. Lewis Anot, the explorer, the same explorer where we heard the narration on Little Garden. And it seems like he has been to Elbaf, ending the chapter on a bit of a warning. Anyway, I do like how, let's see. Okay, first of all, that double page spread of Elbaf, it is probably by far one of Oda's best double pages spreads of showing a sort of fun, mythical land, and the rainbows just make it more mythical and all that stuff. In many ways, Elbaf is definitely feels like the sort of hype and excitement I think most people would have felt about islands heading off to the new world that we got from those post Whitebeard War chapters where you saw the members of the worst generation looking about and then all these mythical islands. In many ways, it seems like we've finally gotten to one of those islands that does feel like that because, well, okay, Fisherman Island is an island of the ocean. Punk Hazard, Fire and Ice, while impressive, that landscape was caused by Aokiji and Akainu, so it was not really naturally man-made, and this was because I think Oda had those two as separate islands at first, but had to merge them together. And Dressrosa was a bit, more, that was like the land of toys, but that was more of a dark thing by the facts of Doflamingo and Sugar. Though, granted, I guess Greenbow Island next to it was very mythical in its jungle, I guess. Very wild in its jungle. Let's see. Tanisha, okay, yeah, giant elephant island. So, yeah, that kind of technically counts, I guess. When the Minx tribes, Whole Cake seems to be created over time from Big Mom's empire and her abilities. Wano, I guess there's the giant waterfall. That was also eventually kind of man-made. Egghead, of course, being a futuristic city, but that was done by Vegapunk's genius. This feels like a very more natural sort of island. So, yeah, I do like the detail. In many ways, this island is looking to be one of the best-looking islands that Oda has ever drawn. He's really put attention to detail. So I do like that. So, yeah. I do like how we also get a bit of an explanation by Doggy and Brogy for a bit of a hierarchy of the island. The underworld is the bottom place where all the criminals go. The sun middle part is where most of the giants live, including their village. So, yeah. And in many ways, it probably makes sense that they'll have live in the sun bit where they work. Let's see, they celebrate the sun god and all that. And we also learn the top bit is the heaven bit, which, let's see, we don't know who lives up there, but who knows? It might be suggesting some sort of Skypiea, sort of let's see, hierarchy there that might not be so good and friendly. Might actually be bad guys. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see if Elbaf is going to be a bit more like Skypiea in that part where there's these secret evil rulers. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's see. So, like that. Anyway, I do like seeing, let's see, Luffy and Usopp's reaction, thinking back how they promised to go to Elbaf one day. Luffy's just smiling and Usopp's crying tears of joy. I would expect that from Usopp. And I do like how you got on face reactions to all the Straw Hats. Most of all the girls just smiling, excited, and well, the exception of Lilith, who's more grinning. While you got more of the guys going let's see, being shocked faces. Minus Chopper's just going the bright eyes, like robot kind of look. Let's see. The only one I probably don't like is probably Sanji, but I guess it makes sense that he'd be more focused on, let's see, enjoying being on good, if you will. But I guess that's just Sanji. But anyway, I do like how eventually they got Luffy and let's see, Frankie and the other Straw Hats and Hydra noticing each other. Now, I will admit, I do kind of wish that they remained separated for longer because I was hoping, some others, that this would be more of a these two groups being split to have more character development and character interactions with like the Alabasta group by themselves. And then, of course, the Frankie Robin group having some more interactions. Granted, we got quite a fair share of like the Alabasta group, though I feel like Chopper got the short end of the stick on that one. I feel like, and to some extent, maybe Usopp. But at the very least, they all got a moment to shine there. Granted, Luffy had the more important one of meeting Loki. Well, granted, I feel like this lot was separated just so they don't see that message from Vivi Love, because like the post Alabasta lot do not actually know what that mark is, minus Robin, who could know it, but it seems to like can't recall it. But yeah. But at the very least, let's see. But at the very least, Robin still has that meeting with Soul to get to. Hopefully, if hopefully there'll be character moments there, and maybe for some of the other Straw Hats there. So at the very least, there. But anyway, I do like how you get this narration talk about like the wonders of Elbaf, but has like a sort of warning that you don't want to stay here for long, giving us signs of an ominous thing, so that might imply some like villainous group. But yeah, but I do like Luffy, Chopper, and Usopp's reaction to the fact that they're riding on a rainbow and want to do it themselves. But yeah, and I am curious to see what this Silhouette figure is. There have been many kinds of theories of who this guy is. Is it like remember of Roger's crew? Hold on, Roger. Let's see. Many of people think like, is that Scatter Gabon? Is it Scatter Gabon? Yeah, let me check. Let's see, Roger Pirates. Yeah, Scopper Gabon. Let's see. Some are wondering if it's actually let's see, Scopper Gabon, because he was like interacting with Crocus, so they wonder if like, oh, is this guy like a old friend? So it's like, is he finally gonna make a Roger's number 2 man, if you will? Let's see, is he finally going to make his move in the story? Is he going to be the man with Mark Flames? Or some realize it's going to be Shiki the Golden Lion? Is Oda going to finally bring him into a canon sort of story for the One Piece? Who knows? I doubt Crocus and Shiki would get along with that drink thing. So my best guess is a member of the Roger Pirates, but we don't know who it is yet. Anyway, overall, I'd say this is a very good chapter. Let's see, I enjoyed. We finally got an identity of that little, arguably the young kid that's going to admire Luffy. Let's see this chapter called Colin. Some hints about let's see some giants, some names of some giants that he's going to go visit, including his dad. Let's see Shanks telling the kid about Luffy and all that. We've got like the creative sort of rainbow travel, which might be a thing that plays effect down the line. Let's see. I do like that. The fact that Luffy is finally met up with Gerd and Goldberg. Let's see, keeping the promise of Loki a secret, and also those two finally punishing Rogue for his actions. I do like how the Straw Hats also set a trap for him. Let's see. And the Straw Hats, let's see, finally reached Elbaf, the beautiful lair. Let's see, and all the Straw Hats sort of reuniting. Granted, I will admit, I wish it would last. It would have been a bit more longer, a couple of more chapters at least, but it's here now. And also the narration about how the warning about how you don't want to stay here long from the Explorer that first narrated Little Garden, and when we talked about giants, Luffy's reaction to the rainbow, Luffy and Usopp's reaction to being here in Elbaf, and the only really minor nitpick is Sanji behaving around good. But other than that, yeah, I'd say it's probably a good, let's see, 9 out of 10 chapter. It's exciting that we're finally here in Elbaf, and we can see the mini adventures over. And now we probably can begin like the big adventure at the very least. But yeah. But anyway, that's all I have to say. For those who end up listening, I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. But for now, I am Blue Star Saber, signing off. Goodbye, everyone, and see you next time.